I just thought such a complete weekend for our team. Didn't get the result we wanted on Friday, but I thought we started building something in that match, and then played really efficient, really clean yesterday, and then played a really good UNI team today. And I thought from the start, our service pressure was insane. So I'm giving so much credit in this match to Adam. He's our lead server trainer, and I thought our tempo was just so good. We mixed up short, deep, through and drop, or even Nora Wurtz went at their chest, and then dropped some short. So I thought our service pressure just made life so hard for them. And I was just talking to the team. I thought it almost took their heart away a little bit, because the pressure from our servers was never ending. And so I think as passers, when that's happening, it's all right, eventually they're gonna miss, or eventually we'll have a chance. And the next server went back and served even tougher, and then tougher. And so I thought the service pressure created points for our team, created easier blocking opportunities for our team, because I think they have two of the better outsides in the country. One of them still had a great match tonight, but I thought that was a huge part for our success. And then I thought Anna was just really balanced with our offense there. She even got going. At one point I was like, man, she might get a triple-double today. And then slowed down her attacking a little bit and distributed to our hitters. So I thought incredibly balanced, what a team win. Talked to the team just about what a great weekend for us. So, we call this the preseason for a reason. We want to continue to get better and strive, and I felt like every weekend we've gotten a little bit better and a little bit better, and cleaner. Our connections are better, and so long opening statement. Really happy with where our team is.
All right, questions for anyone?
Nora, it seemed like offensively you guys got going as sets rolled on, but it seemed like Certain was really the tone setter for each game. What did you think was the difference behind the line? How you guys got them out of sorts?
I feel like our team, on the bench, everyone was let's go. When I was over there, I could hear them talking come on, Nora, and I know everyone, when I was on the bench, everyone was talking to those servers, and I think it just built so much confidence, and we were able to have a good service.
Would you mind taking us through your development from behind the line? Because Coach Rosen, at several points this year, unprovoked, has mentioned how much you guys hate passing your serves in practice. If we've been in practice, we've heard some of those numbers. They're not as pretty as they are in matches for that reason, I guess. What's that development been like for you? How have you transformed into the server that you are?
I think Adam and Izzy are just so amazing, always working with us, and every time there's an off serve, they're telling me what I did wrong, and I think that's able to helps me adjust and really fix what mistake I made.
Great, and then I have a question for Annalea.
Yeah.
So you guys started incredibly strong in that first set with quite a large lead over UNI. But then those second and third sets, they came back pretty strong. How do you respond to that aggressiveness going on?
Yeah, I think just realizing that we're a team that I think we always have good starts, and other teams find themselves within the match, and just being prepared for them to not roll over after one offset, and just really dialing in. We have the saying when we go back, when they score 2 points in a row, we say that was two, and it gives us a check mark that we can really dial in to get a serve back. I think we've had that multiple times this season when we've had sets where we came out on top in the beginning, and then they fought back, which is because they're great volleyball teams. But I think today we did an exceptional job of just letting them have their plays and moving on from them, and still playing, having the major focus on our side.
Coach Rosen, Lily Dykstra from Rosen, Iowa, I think she was 8-0-14 in the first two sets. Hit negative with just one kill in the third. Did you guys talk about anything in the locker room that contributed to that?
We talked in the locker room that she was playing really well. We had a goal before the match, so we knew that they were going to get a lot of balls, a lot of swings, and our goal was to know that they're going to get kills, but try to keep them in the hundreds, in the 90s, that. That was kind of our goal. And I actually thought we were doing decent at one point, and then they had a timeout, and I looked at the stat sheet, and she was hitting 600. And after the first set, she was still hitting 500. After the second set, she was still hitting 500. So I kind of let the team know that. I think to kind of fire them up a little bit, oh no, that can't happen. And then they flipped their outsides in the third set. to create a different matchup. So I guess they ended up with Anna, so maybe give Anna the credit. Anna ended up blocking her in that third set. But yeah, our goal was we kind of lined Jaya up on her in the first set to slow her down, and she did a really nice job just swinging into space. I thought we could have set up a little bit better. And then in the third set, I thought she made it some. She actually dropped her hands on one of them that she tried to use hands on, and it flew out of bounds. Like that was, I think she only had 2 errors the whole game. And so that was one of them. So pretty savvy 30-year-old move right there. And, so yeah, it was a pretty good one. But she's a great player. She's going to score a lot of points on a lot of teams. So, but we need to do a better job slowing someone like that down.
Kind of to build off what Lexi said, what was your mindset going into the second set and after the first set? After she said they did come back strong, and how did that almost change to keep pushing through that and rally back?
I think the mindset that we try to keep on the court when we have closer games or when teams start to push back is to really stay calm. We all want to win really badly, and we tend to get a bit frantic when teams are scoring their points and plays might not go our way. So I try to really talk to my hitters, have them stay calm, take their swings, be aggressive and not play safe. So, and I think we did a really good job of that today. When other days sometimes we play too safe because we don't want to make the errors. So I think that's a great development for our team that we've seen in our last, over the last 9 games we're in. Now we're 9 games in. I think, yeah. So I think in every game we got better at that, to really, trust our training, trust our skills, trust each other too, that we're gonna cover, we're gonna, pick up each other's balls, and I just think that was a big one today.
Yeah, I thought yesterday saying when I talked with the team, 2 days in a row we've gotten down early in a set, and I love that we fought back, took the lead, and then never looked back. So I thought we did that yesterday in the third set. We did that again today in that second set. As soon as we got the lead, we built it 3 more at the next timeout, 3 more at their second timeout. I feel like we got them to call a timeout before the 15, before the media timeout every single set. And I just thought at no point during this match did I feel like we weren't going to win. I didn't use a timeout in the whole match today, even when we were down, because I never felt like they needed it. Even when we were down in that second set, I felt good about what we were doing, it was going to come around, and I just didn't want to slow down our serving.
Anna, what do you think happened with the offense this weekend? It's obviously the competition didn't dip off at all, so but your efficiency and your balance was much better than all season so far.
Yeah, I think after last week I met with the coaching staff and we made some adjustments to our offense. And obviously I'm always very happy when they give me pointers that can, just increase our efficiency, increase the efficiency of our hitters. And I think it worked really well this weekend. I'm very happy with how I executed the feedback that I was given after last weekend, and I just think that the hitters also did a great job of, adjusting to the new errors that I'm making. My errors might have been different last week than they were this week, and the hitters were really good about just taking that as it is and going for it, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and I'm excited to keep building.
Tuesday's the one that kind of everyone circles every year. Probably going to have a record crowd in that building, different sight lines, all the things that go with it. What's your message to the team as they kind of get ready for what probably is the biggest match of the season at this point?
I think we've had much bigger matches this season. I think that this is one of the coolest opportunities for our team. It's one of the same things I told the team before Friday, make sure before the match on Friday, you take a second to look around. That crowd on Friday was just amazing, and so it was great again today. I thought there were so many points today where they could have won on runs, and the crowd got up. I thought they forced a missed serve. I even gave a thumbs up to the crowd on one. I thought our crowd this weekend was great. The students, third day of a weekend, the students kind of dwindled a little bit. I thought they did a lot of events and things like that, but I thought they were great, and so it's the same message I'm going to give them on Tuesday. Make sure at some point you look around. There are there's going to be two teams this year that are going to get to say that they played in front of 17,000 something fans, and we're going to get to be one of those teams. And so, like, what an incredible opportunity to represent Creighton, to represent the state of Nebraska in this amazing event. But playing the number one team in the country, like, yes, like, we're going to go in there and I expect to win. However, it's not the biggest match of the year, and I don't want to, like, we're never going to put that pressure on them, because the biggest match of the year is the next one. So in that sense, sure, like, they're the biggest match on our schedule, but right after that, so's USF and so's Kansas, and so, like, making sure, like, that's the mindset. If we put way too much pressure on one opponent versus another, I don't think that's where we play our best. Like, I want them to play loose, play with joy, give 18,000 people a show, and play our style of volleyball.
Just a question on the serving, because obviously yesterday was a really lopsided day in your favor as well. Today was even more so. How big of a deal do you think that's going to be on Tuesday to help you guys not only get comfortable, but also kind of, get Nebraska out of sorts a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's like everyone behind line. If we can get them out of system, it makes our block so much better. Like, we're able to get set, and I think our defense is able to play around that way better. Because everyone in the country is a great team if they're in system. So I think just getting them out of system is huge.
What's going through your mind as you kind of flip the page as an in-state kid, knowing that that's going to be a pretty big stage on Tuesday? You guys, like, all the things that Brian talked about, but I mean, I imagine you grew up watching these matches, so you have more of an idea of what's going to happen on Tuesday than most.
Yeah, I think, growing up, I mean, it was always so cool to see, like, Creighton and Nebraska play each other. It was always such a great game, and I think being in that, it's going to be, like, I think I'm really going to have to be super present and take in everything. Like Brian said, look around and be so grateful that I'm here and that I'm able to represent Nebraska.
Anything else? Thank you, guys.